Good morning! It is Friday morning and it's way too freaking early to do this. I'm actually laying down on my couch so I can put you on the armrest because I just don't feel like holding the camera right now. It's a heavy bitch. It is currently 8:45 and I just woke up, as you can probably tell. In this vlog I'm gonna do some new things. First of all, I have had a feeling lately that I really want to annotate a book. I have never really felt gravitated towards annotating. It just didn't seem right to me. I cannot dog ear a book and I certainly cannot write in a book. But lately I've had this feeling that I really want to annotate and I bought myself some stuff to do that. So I got these post-it tabbies and those tabs have like a see-through middle, just the ending is colored and they are the cutest colors, so I had to get these. I also got matching pens, so green, pink, purple, blue and orange. First I wanted to annotate the color purple, but I'm really not in the right mindset to read that right now. So what else can I read than one of the biggest bricks I have on my TBR? I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I really don't know. I am not much of a fantasy reader. I have read a handful of fantasy books in my life and I haven't scored many that high. Church. I haven't scored many like 4 or 5 stars with fantasy, especially high fantasy. I believe this is high fantasy. I don't even know the difference between high fantasy and urban fantasy, and I really don't know. So it's a bit ambitious to start doing that with this brick, but because it's so big I really want to annotate this one because I want to read other books in between as well and I do not want to lose the plot or don't understand what's going on. So maybe annotating is the best way to go with this one. As you can see, I've already started. I'm only 20 pages in and I've already tabbed so much. Like, anyone else has this problem? I have like 2 or 3 tabs each page. Of course it is a fantasy book, so there's a lot of world building and character descriptions, and the green one that I have a lot of, but you can probably not really tell on camera. No, you cannot really tell, but I have a lot of green and orange. The green one is for important information and I made a little bit of a mistake there. It is for important information and then plot information and world building information. That's a bit much. I should have just made them separately with like plot and information and world building. But what's done is done. There's gonna be a lot of green tabs in here, aren't there? And the orange ones are the character descriptions. Then my system is, let's see, pink is for moments and writing I love. Blue is for sad moments. Green is for important informations, world building and plot related. Purple is relatable or funny. Usually when it's relatable I feel like it's funny, so I combined those two. And orange is character related, description and background. Now I don't have to tap orange that much because there is like 14 pages of names in their description, or at least you know who they are, like on the back. 14 pages of characters. And then there's also a glossary with words. Why am I doing this to myself? There's a timeline. There's a timeline. Oh my god, before the Common Era. The Common Era. Oh, I really didn't know what I was gonna get myself into, was I? Also, I've only read 20 pages, but every time a country or place gets named, I have to go back to the 2 maps in the front, because I just really want to know where it is and visualize. But it's very difficult to find them. Like, I can hardly find any place they mention, because the names are so small. And some of them even like disappear in the crease right here. And then there's also this map. I really like this front page, it's really pretty. But as you can tell, I am not an experienced fantasy reader, so this is gonna be a challenge, especially since I'm annotating. So it's gonna take me forever to read, because I'm really not that fast an annotator, and I have to go back to my key, my annotating key every time, because I forget which color is which. So my plans for today: I am gonna walk to the grocery store and get myself some breakfast, because there's just nothing in the house right now. So I should really get some breakfast. And I should clean the house again, because it's necessary. Then I'm gonna go, I think, just sit in bed and edit my previous vlog, because I don't want to wait on that too long, because I really want to get them out now, because I filmed like 3 videos already, and all 3 I just didn't upload, and I really want to make a comeback in 2021, especially because it brings me so much joy to do this, so I really want to get back into it. And then in the afternoon, I think I'm gonna go for a walk, maybe listen to my audio book, because it's beautiful weather outside. But I'm listening to the audiobook of Girl, Woman, Other, and I'm not really liking it so far. And I don't think it's the book, I really think it's the audiobook. Sometimes I just don't understand the narrator. English is my second language, so it's really difficult to understand her sometimes, because she has a really thick British accent. I listen to this audiobook on regular speed, because once I speed it up, I really don't understand anything. And also, I think her voice is a bit boring, to be honest. So I just couldn't care. When she talks, I just don't care. So I'm gonna listen to it just a little bit more. Maybe I get into the book and I don't mind the voice as much anymore. And if I just don't get into it, I'll switch to physically reading it. I'm only, I think, 30 pages in anyway, so... Oh no, 52. I'm 52 pages in. Well, I still got this to go, so... Maybe I'll switch to physically reading. Because I feel like if I enjoyed the audiobook, or if I physically read, this could be a really nice read. So, I don't want to spoil the book by listening to an audiobook that I hate. Those are my plans for now, and I will see you when I come back from the grocery store. I just came back from the shops. We bought some wood because my boyfriend is building me a little free library for outside. He's been working on it for quite a while now and it's nearly done. So we bought all the wood that he still needs to use for this free little library. Right now we're gonna eat some lunch and then I'm gonna clean the kitchen. He's gonna work on my little free library and then I'm gonna upload my vlog from last week because I finally finished editing it right now, like about an hour ago. I've been working on it a couple of hours because it wouldn't work with me. I don't know why, but my computer just wouldn't work with me. But it's finished, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I will have uploaded it today, which is Saturday. I have only read Girl, Woman, Other yesterday, about 55 pages, so not a lot. And I haven't read anything today either, so I really need to get some reading done, especially since I really want to finish Priory of the Orange Tree this month. And that's gonna be real difficult because I'm not the fastest reader, and also I am gonna annotate it, so that makes me a little bit slower as well, since I am a first-time annotator, so I'm not really fluent in it just yet. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I will be at both my parents' house and then at my boyfriend's parents' house to see his mom and my mom. So there will be not a lot of reading done tomorrow either. So this is definitely gonna be at least a 2-week vlog. I'll see what happens. I will try to get as much content in as possible, but it's gonna be a weird couple of weeks. Also, the weather is shite, so it is Monday today. I just got home from work, so I thought I'd give a quick update. I started in The Girl in Red by Christina Hendry. It is a book I started just to break things up a little bit, because I am listening to the audiobook for Girl, Woman, Other. I am enjoying the audiobook now. I really gotten into it. I didn't like it as much at first, but it has really grown on me and I'm really enjoying it right now. It is very heavy right now, what I'm listening to. It is, it was first a story about physical abuse, now it's a story about sexual abuse, and it's just a bit much. So I need to read other things in between as well. The Priory of the Orange Tree I'm working my way through, but that's not really a fast read for me, so that's why I put in the Christina Hendry book just to mix things up a little bit. Also, last year one of my favorite books was Lost Boy by Christina Hendry, which was a retelling of Peter Pan, and it was really good. So this is a horror retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. And so far I am blowing through that book. It's so well written and I just love it up to this point. I'm nearly halfway. So let me show you how far along my boyfriend is with my little free library, because once it's done I'm actually going to dedicate a whole vlog to my to showing my little free library, and also having a little free library tour through a city nearby here called Woerden. In my city there are only like 3 little free libraries, which is why I'm going elsewhere. And I've also chosen quite a lot of books to donate to those little free libraries. So let me show you. It is not done yet because there still needs to be another shelf right on top there. And there also needs to be like a waterproof roof on top. And as you can see, the back is still open. And then I will paint it and it will be done. So just to give you a quick indication of where I'm at with all of my books. This is Girl, Woman, Other, and I am here. Which I don't know if the camera flips it, but this is the beginning. So I'm not halfway yet, but I'm getting into it really well right now. Then we have The Girl in Red by Christina Hendry. I've shown you the cover in a previous clip, I believe, but here it is again. And I am now here. So this is the beginning. And so as you can see, I am nearly halfway. So far I am enjoying this way more than I was her book called Alice, which was an Alice in Wonderland retelling. I gave that 4 stars. It was good, but it wasn't my favorite. This is on the same level as Lost Boy so far, so I'm really excited. I will talk to you about the premise of the story just a little bit later, because I don't want to spoil too much. and I want to finish reading it first, I think, before giving you like a quick summary of the book. So it is Tuesday today, and I'm at home instead of work because I wasn't feeling too well. So I might as well continue vlogging now that I'm at home anyways. I won't be vlogging much today because I'm having migraines on and off, so I won't be reading a lot either. But I have a cozy setup on the couch with a nice warm blanket and all of my books right here, so I don't have to walk around much. My cat is on our roof terrace, and there's a little girl waving at my cat, asking her mom if she can pet him. So like I said, I have all of my books here and a cozy blanket. I am planning on reading 50 pages in this book today, 50 pages in this book, and 30 pages in this book. And then hopefully that'll be enough to finish all 3 of these this month. So I've been sitting on the couch all day and I felt like taking a walk. It stopped raining now, but I think I'm gonna take an umbrella with me just in case. Also, I am going to walk past one of the free little libraries here in the place that I live. There's only one in like a relatively near location to my house. So I'm gonna walk there and I'm gonna take 2 books with me. One adult book and one children's book. Let me show you. They are both Dutch because, you know, they are Dutch free little libraries. So I took a kid's book and an adult book. Whatever is already in the free little library that I'm gonna visit, that is when I decide whichever book I'm gonna leave behind. I am taking my camera with me, so hopefully it won't be raining too hard and I can actually film me going to that free little library. I felt like maybe some fresh air might do me good because the headaches haven't quite stopped yet and I didn't feel like reading anymore because of it. Also, I did accomplish some of my reading goals so far. Let's see. I've actually managed to get 60 pages in this book. My goal was 50, so that's good. And I have listened to 50 pages of this book, which was my goal as well. But I think while having my walk, I'm gonna listen to it a little bit more. So yeah, hopefully get even further into Girl, Woman, Other. And I have not yet continued in Priory Orange Tree, but I just couldn't right now. I couldn't bring myself to do that, so I'm gonna get some fresh air, listen to the audiobook, and hopefully feel better when I get back. And then hopefully I can continue in Priory of the Orange Tree. Also, I'm sorry you can hear the dishwasher. So yeah, hopefully the next clip will be me finding the free little library. I hope it's there. Okay, I found it. Let's see what's in there. Also, I'm holding my umbrella, so it's difficult. Is this gonna stay up? Nope. It's mostly adult books, so I'm gonna leave both of these. One adult book and one children's book, because there are none just yet, and now there are. There you go. I hope this is a little bit in focus. I can't really tell from here. I think it is. I wanted to talk to you about this book, The Girl in Red by Christina Hendry. I haven't talked to you about it much, I believe, and I've nearly finished it. I only have about 30 something pages left to go. I wanted to finish it yesterday, but then I got the biggest migraine, so I went to bed instead. So I'm gonna finish it now, because, you know, 30 pages is done within like 10 minutes. And I wanted to tell you about my thoughts before I read the ending, because maybe the ending will ruin it all. So far it is definitely a 5-star read for me. I am enjoying it so much. It is a bit confronting because it's about a pandemic, and one of the first symptoms is coughing, and they're wearing masks, and supermarkets get looted. So this is definitely a book about a worst case scenario in our current situation, I suppose. In this book we follow Little Red Riding Hood, but she's not so little anymore. She is a grown-up, she's 20. And her real name is Cordelia, named after Shakespeare play. But she hates the name, and her father gives her the nickname Red. I don't know why, but he gives her that nickname. And then, because she likes that nickname so much, she buys a red hoodie. So, you know, the modern version of Little Red Riding Hood. There are 2 timelines in this book. You have before and after. You don't know what the before and after is about. I did have a guess in the beginning, but that turned out to be wrong. So in this after, we follow Red in the woods, and she's trying to get to her grandma's house while also staying clear of 2 kinds of people. People who try to rob from her and try to take advantage of her. She also has a prosthetic leg, so they think they can easily rob her. But she is also the hunter in this story, and she has an axe. She is on her way to her grandma's house because before all of the internet and all the phones went down, she discussed with her family that they were going to her grandma's house. So she knows that her grandma is waiting for her, or she thinks that her grandma is waiting for her. Of course, she doesn't know if her grandma is still alive. And we know in the after she is alone. While in the before, we follow her and her family, her mother and father and her older brother, as they're trying to prepare themselves to get away. And they're trying to get away because of the soldiers. Now that's the second group of people she's trying to stay clear of, because the soldiers are rounding everyone up and putting them into quarantine camps, as they call them. But she sees the threat in all those people being put together, because if one of them is sick, then they're all sick and they're all dead. This pandemic they're calling the cough, because you first start coughing and then you basically cough out a lot of blood and die. So her family is going to her grandma's house because they don't want to go to this quarantine camp. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'm gonna finish my last 36 pages. Yeah, I'm gonna finish my last 36 pages and then tell you my final thoughts. So far it's a 5-star read, but I wonder how she's going to wrap up everything that's going on right now in less than 30 pages. I'll update you when I'm finished. I thought I'd wait to update you when the church bells stop ringing, but they're not stopping anytime soon, and I'm gonna have to leave within 10 minutes or so. So I thought I'd update you while this is in the background. I'm sorry. I finished reading The Girl in Red by Christina Hendry. It is a 5-star read for me, although, I don't know, the ending, it was okay. It wasn't great, but I don't know how you could have made the ending longer without making it into a 6-part series. So it's okay. And I really enjoyed the reading experience. I read through it so quickly, so I really do recommend it. I really thought it was gonna be my new favorite of hers, but I do think that Lost Boy is still very much my favorite. So I also just listened to about 50 pages in Girl, Woman, Other, and I am now going to drive for about 45 minutes, so I'll be listening to my audiobook then as well. Well, bless you. So I'm going to pack all my stuff and I'm gonna go to my parents' house where I will meet up with my sister, and then we're gonna go for a walk with one of the dogs of my parents. Maybe I will vlog a little bit while I'm there, because I would like to read some more while I'm there. Today is Friday the 14th. I've been vlogging for nearly a week now, I believe. I started this vlog on a Saturday. Also, my brain is just not working properly at the moment. So I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna go for a drive, and then I will bring Girl, Woman, Other, of course, and I will listen to it while I'm there. Maybe I'll take Priory of the Orange Tree, which is standing over there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna read it up to the 100 page mark, and then I'm gonna stop until the 1st of June because I am participating in the Olympics readathon by Jessie. I will leave her announcement video down below. And one of the prompts is to read about a book featuring a queendom, and Priory of the Orange Tree has a queendom. So I don't want to cheat too much, so I'm gonna go to the 100 page mark, which is a nice round page number, and then in June I will read the additional 700 pages, and I feel like that's okay. That's my update on that. And I will also bring, I feel like reading a short book, so I will also bring After Dark by Murakami. It is, I think, 200 pages. 199. Yeah, exactly 200 pages long, so this should be an easy read. And I don't know what I want to go for next, because I do want a clean slate before the readathon that starts the 1st of June. So let's see how long it takes me to finish this, and then I'll just pick a new book. See you in the next clip.
Best days passes by, and most long for a place that they never find.
I wanted to update you after I've gotten into the shower, but after I've taken a shower I'm heading straight out the door again. So I'm updating you now. I'm ending the vlog now. I am very proud of what I've accomplished this week, because I also finished Girl, Woman, Other last night. I highly recommend the audiobook. I really gotten into it, even though I said at the beginning I didn't like it after I think like 60-70 pages. I really gotten into it, I got used to it, and I could actually speed it up as well and still understand it. So that was a me problem, not an audiobook or a book problem. I gave this 4 stars. I really liked it, and it is a very important read. I feel like everyone should read this, but I have to say, like, trigger warnings, trigger warnings, trigger warnings. Like, almost all imaginable trigger warnings apply for this book. So I also finished, of course, The Girl in Red. I finished Girl, Woman, Other, and I've gotten to page 80 or 70, let's see. I got to page 75 of Priory of the Orange Tree. I've been annotating this one, as you can see. I've been really struggling with annotating. I mean, I just annotated like almost an entire page, because it was a backstory, and yeah, green is like important, so important to the plot and important to, well, in this case, the backstory, and I like highlighted almost the entire page. So I'm really struggling with that. If anyone has any tips, please leave them down below. I could really use some. So yesterday, I believe I showed you a clip that I was gonna take. After Dark by Murakami, but I am leaving that for the end of the month because I think it's a short read. I hope it's a short read, and if I have like a couple of days left, I'm gonna put that in there, finished before the end of the month, because the 1st of June I want to be like, I want to have like a clean slate. I don't want to be reading any more books at that point, because that's when the readathon starts, the Olympics readathon. So I started in the audiobook for this Agatha Christie novel that I've got. It's a Dutch translation, but the original title is The Seven Dials Mystery, and I'm actually listening to it in English as well. So I have like a huge Agatha Christie collection that I have to go through. So this is the next one, and I'm physically reading Uprooted. I haven't started yet, but that's what I'm planning on reading next. It is a bit of a bigger read, but I'm hoping to finish it before, like, I don't know, the 23rd or something, so I can read Murakami after that. So those are my plans for this week's reading. I showed you a clip earlier of my little free library that is still in progress, still not done, but once it's done I will dedicate a whole video on my little free library, and then I'm gonna have like donating my books to other free little libraries video. So be on the lookout for that. I am losing my voice, so we're gonna cut this off real quick. The weather is shite, so I'm gonna read all day. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course subscribe. I'm trying to post more regularly now. I'm really trying. I will see you in my next video. Bye.